EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Cincinnati Bengals. 2-1 loss team set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second.
Burrow will throw.
42-yard.
That's caught by the UCLA product. It's Caleb Wilson. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. A big play there for Cincinnati. 43 yards.
Cincinnati.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And Burrow going to throw again. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Browns' 6-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there, and what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And they'll get this into the hands of Huntley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. C.J. Uzomah. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
21-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And a nice carry and a first down for Cleveland. A nice pickup there by Nick Chubb, who's a bright spot for this Cleveland offense. He finished 2nd in the league in rushing in 2019 with nearly 1,500 yards on the ground and got to the end zone 8 times. And how about this for durability? Has not missed a game in his NFL career. What a bounce back from a big-time knee injury while at the University of Georgia.
Up 2nd and 12 at the 31-yard line.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Yeah, baby.
Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have the coach tell us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that makes the score 14-7. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And fresh off the pick 6. They've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. They go with Chubb on second down. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Bengals 14, Browns 7.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Third and long for Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Bengals 21, Browns 7.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Ross on the return. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. Mixon with a 1st down carry. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
On the stop. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 42-yard line.
Now it's Burrow. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. The 20. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. John Ross. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
At the 48-yard line.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mayfield, and unsuccessful there, trying to dump it underneath. That'll bring up 3rd down.
Incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The Browns on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. From the gun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
2-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. 2nd and 10 now, Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
And a Bengal first down.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And they have the football and will set up shop. At the 33-yard line.
Intercepted. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them running the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Rashard Higgins was the one he was looking for, and it'll bring up third down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. And again, it's Mayfield. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Mayfield on target to Landry for a Browns first down.
There's Jarvis Landry with a nice reception and pickup there. And when you say Pro Bowl, you better think Jarvis Landry. He's been selected to it every year since 2015. The only season he's missed is rookie year. And he is durable and tough. We talk about that all the time. How about this for an example? Hasn't missed a game in his first 6 seasons and was a 1,000-yard receiver for the 3rd time in 2019.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Austin Hooper. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Browns get a score closer.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps. But they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Burrow looking to pass. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 50-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash.
From midfield now, Burrow hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. Garlick's kick is good. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
To kick off for Cincinnati.
The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down into those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
57's Mike. Mike 57. Coming to you. Coming to you.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
The ball carrier.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
57. Mike 57. Hey, watch the ball.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Now, that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block, but the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes, so when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
At the 45-yard line.
All day, just like that. Just like that. 55's Mike, guys. 55. Watch the run. Watch the run. Regular. Mike 55.
To throw, Mayfield. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. Come 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It's a gain.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. He was looking for the Michigan Wolverine Donovan Peoples-Jones. And it's third and short.
And 3 yards to go.
King. Watch the pass. 29 is the Mike. Real. 29 is the Mike.
Mayfield. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Mayfield finding Hooper there for a Cleveland first.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
We got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's get moving.
Mayfield off the play fake. His throw incomplete. The intended receiver was Rashard Higgins. And now it's second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
29 is Mike 29. Check.
On second down, Mayfield again. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 8-yard line.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for the Michigan Wolverine, Donovan Peoples-Jones. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Check. 4 down. 24 is the Mike. Defense wins championships, baby.
Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
They went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Throwing, Mayfield. The quick slant caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. From 4 yards out. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And he's got it up and through.
Makes the score Bengals 31, Browns 21.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. First down. Here's Burrow. Flushed out right. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The tight end, C.J. Uzomah, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him.
He's got a man complete. 20, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. C.J. Uzomah, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
Randy Bullock lining up for the
He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score?
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Sam Hubbard just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Oh, that's a good job by Sam Hubbard getting home and getting the sack. And he does a nice job of setting the edge in the run game as well as applying pressure. Going into his 3rd season now, 14.5 sacks in his first 2 years. Pretty strong for the former 3rd-round selection out of Ohio State.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Number
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground, mix it again. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Here's a run with Nixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Well, let's see where they turn on 3rd and goal from the 5. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. John Ross there to make the grab. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now Bullock to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Bengals 45, Browns 21. Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. 8 yards, 1st down as they're able to convert.
24 is the mic. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey.
Mayfield with it once more. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Here's Mayfield. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? And he said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. Might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down. Mayfield firing quickly. It's complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
24 is the mark. Here we go.
On third down, Mayfield. Open man is Higgins. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense will take over right at midfield.
Check, 93 is the mark. 93 is the mark. Time to go. Check smash. Check smash. Ready to look. Ready to look. Oh, you got deep? Check, 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 check. Hiking 18. Under control. Check. Go check.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. And he's got some space here. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7.
A gain of 7.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll run with Mixon. Finding room to the 20. And all the way down to the 5.
Joe Mixon.
They probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. There wasn't even thought of a short field goal. There was no hesitation. They were going for it.
I think he was thinking ahead a couple plays ago, that if he got in this situation, they were definitely going for it. And you're right. It was a confident call and a decisive run to pick it up.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Cincinnati, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they'll drop to 0-2.
And they will be back home next week for a date with Washington.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside